Making a Difference is sponsored by Midwest Bank Center.
Some of the most powerful changes don't start with a big plan. They start with one kid and a question. Tonight, the St. Louis family that asked that question and changed classrooms across the region. In tonight's Making a Difference report, the program that shows us what belonging really means.
Won't need your Chromebooks today, but you will need your notes packet out.
Some students need a little extra help to be exactly where they belong.
So if you flip the first page over.
At St. Mary's Southside Catholic High School, Christopher Armitage is a sophomore. He's also the reason a small idea in St. Louis became something much bigger. Christopher has Down syndrome, and before he was even born, his parents were preparing for uncertainty.
Chris had Down syndrome, but he also had a pretty significant brain abnormality. He also had a very significant heart defect.
Once Christopher started healing, the question changed. Where would he belong?
I also really wanted a faith-based education for Chris, and that was not available in St. Louis.
So Tony and Leanne didn't just hope for change, they built it. In 2015, they started One Classroom, helping students with special needs attend Catholic schools across the Archdiocese of St. Louis. What began with 2 students now reaches more than 28 schools and 110 students.
Do you have to be a lawyer to be a justice?
At St. Mary's, inclusion starts with understanding.
Every teacher has to modify their class to meet the needs of their students. So Chris's is just a little different. Even though he needs unique modifications, it does not mean that these modifications are going to be barriers for him to be part of my classroom.
Which 2 parts are getting added together?
Different work, same expectations. Outside the classroom, Christopher isn't alone.
Oh, you like this granola bar?
16-year-old Xavier Wren is almost always by his side.
I am a peer mentor, so I help Chris when he needs me to. At lunch, around the hallway, and anytime that he's needed.
For Xavier, it's about compassion. For the school's president, it's about redemption. Years ago, at a different school, Mike England had to turn a family away. The mother's words haunted him.
I knew when I was pregnant with my son that this was what the outcome was going to be. And the Catholic Church has told me to have my son. So now that I've done what the Catholic Church told me to do, I can't find a Catholic school that will educate him. Shame on you.
This time, he said yes. Tony and Leanne started One Classroom for one child, but what they really built was a way in.
Our kids do not have to earn their way into the classroom with the typical students, that it should be okay for them to be in the classroom exactly as they are right now.
So we've got K between J and L.
Sometimes the most important lesson in a school isn't about keeping up.
Do I get to have a high five as you go to lunch?
It's about making sure no one is left out.
I will see you after lunch, okay?
And One Classroom hopes to expand to more schools and more students across the region. A reminder, if you know someone making a difference for others, let me know by email at mbush@ksdk.com.